Hello, here we are with an unboxing and hands-on with the Kazam Trooper X5.5. Now this is one of the largest handsets available from Kazam, and if you're not sure who Kazam are, I wouldn't be surprised if you said you didn't know. Kazam are a relatively new handset manufacturer which have a lot of experience in terms of their executives and the staff they have working for them. They've worked for many of the biggest manufacturers in the mobile space, and what they're doing is producing a series of devices that make no qualms about the fact that they are very cost effective. And the Kazam Trooper 5.5 here is one of the largest devices that's designed to take on the sort of Samsung Galaxy Note and Z Ultra line of devices. So here is the device, and we'll come back to that in a moment. Also included in the box, we have a 3-pin UK mains adapter with USB connection on the end. We actually have a flip case that's branded Kazam and acts as a replacement shell or back cover to the device with cutouts for the camera and the speaker. So this is reminiscent of a Samsung case. It's got the similar sort of style. It's not the same, but it comes included in the box, which is nice for a device of this type. That's very useful. We then have included a rather big battery here. Note the battery is actually user removable. So it's a 2,500 milliamp hour battery, which will pop into the device in just a moment. We then get provided with a set of 3.5mm in-ear headphones with inline microphone, sort of fairly basic headphones there. You then get provided with a USB to micro USB cable for connecting to the phone for charging or when connecting to a computer. Also included is a quick start guide and the sort of warranty terms there. So it's just sort of black and white, but it'll get you up and running, and that's it in terms of actual box contents. So let's take a look at the device in a bit more detail then. So let's start by pulling off the back cover, and we've got a recess down here on the bottom corner that we can open up the device and pull off the back cover. And we can insert the battery into the compartment just here. So we've got 2 SIM card slots in this device. It's a dual SIM handset. It's a standard size SIM card. So whilst most devices are running micro SIMs, these are standard size SIM cards, and you've got a micro SD memory card slot as well for expanding the memory in this device. You've got the speaker down here at the bottom. So being a dual SIM handset, you could have a work SIM card, a personal SIM card in there, and have them both running concurrently. Taking a look at the back then, we've got the 5 megapixel camera on the back here with LED flash. There's a microphone. We've got the Kazam logo, and we've got this sort of almost looks like a smiley face, which is the cutout for the rear speaker. It's fairly smooth to the touch, sort of soft touch there. Nice curvature to the edges. On the bottom edge is the micro USB port for charging and connecting to a computer. On the right hand side we have the power button just there. See that there? And then on the top we've got the 3.5mm headphone jack for connecting headphones to. On the left side of the device we've got the volume up and down rocker keys. And then on the front we've got the 5.5 inch touchscreen display. And this has a resolution of 480 by 854. So it's not the highest resolution display. We're just going to power this on. Now, this is where some of the cost savings are made with the lower quality display. That's not to say it's inferior, it's just different, because this device comes in at approximately £150 including VAT. Yes, £150 including VAT. And it's designed to take on the likes of the Note series, as we've explained, which are considerably more expensive. Now, it hasn't got all of the same features, but some people can't afford the really high-end phones, nor do they want to spend that money, even if they could afford it. So it's got essentially a plain version of Android. It's Android version 4.2 that is installed on this device out of the box. So we'll go through here about the phone. So 4.2.2. You can see we've got scheduled power on and off. Nice feature to have there. You've got the ability to add your accounts, be it Google, your corporate email account, or your personal email accounts. You've got a variety of different languages on this phone, so you can set it up to your preferred language if English is perhaps not your first language. You've got GPS on here. You've got management for the battery, so you can sort of see how long it's been running for. You can switch settings such as the percentage on. You've got your storage, so we click into that. So available, we have got this actually split here, so we've got 1.17 gig available and 1.24 gig available. There's actually 4 gig of internal storage on this device, but you've got approximately 2.5 gig actually available to you as the user. So you've got controls over things like the display, the brightness, etc. So there's not too many additions here really. We haven't inserted the SIM cards, but if we had, you'd be able to get into this SIM management tool where you can manage all of the dual SIM capability, and that could be from setting which SIM is the primary SIM for calls or text messages or internet connection, or indeed you can have it ask you each time you're doing things. So sort of fairly standard home screens here. We can go into the apps tray and fairly standard set of apps. Of course, you can download all of your favorite apps from the Google Play Store, but what they have included is a backup and restore function. You've got Chrome installed, you've got a file manager, you've got a flashlight, you've got an FM radio, you've of course got Google Maps, you've got your messaging, you've got your phone dialer, you've got your access to your Play Store, your sound recorder, a video player. So you've got everything you really need sort of out of the box, but of course you can customize it in the way that you see fit. Now it's a 1.2 gigahertz dual core processor built into this device, so it's pretty fast. It's not lightning fast. There is 512 meg of RAM on here, so again it's not massive in comparison to the high-end phones, but do consider that price once again. So there are some sacrifices that are made. So here's the phone dialer just to give you an idea. Being such a connected device, you can of course connect your Google account, your Facebook, Twitter. It's all possible on here as well. Let's have a look at the camera. Now, it's a fairly basic camera, so you've got your shutter button and your video recording icon. You've got quick access to settings here on the left-hand side, and of course you've got fuller settings here in the little cog icon where you can go and change things such as the color effect, scene mode, and the specific settings for the camera or the video camera, depending on what you want to do. You've got continuous shot, you've got a self timer, you can configure the picture size there, so it's a 5 megapixel camera on this device. And the shots are okay, they're not going to blow you away, but they're not bad. In terms of video quality, you don't have it set in sort of resolution as such. It's low, medium, high or fine, but I believe the fine records at 720p, which is, you know, okay for most. And then on here you can just see a few sample images we've taken when we were doing some testing, so they're not actually that bad. They're good enough for social networking and stuff, but you may not want to actually print them out. They don't appear too bad on this screen. Of course, as you zoom in, you do lose a bit of the detail, and this screen doesn't bring out the true quality of them because of the resolution. So it's not the thinnest of devices, but you probably wouldn't expect it to be. It weighs in at 196 grams, so it's actually quite heavy, but then it is quite big as well. Another thing to note with Kazam handsets, included in that price is a free screen replacement should you break the screen within the first year of ownership. Now, to give you an idea, on a Note series device from Samsung, it would probably cost you around about £150–200 to replace the screen, but you're getting that included with the Kazam should the worst happen. So I mentioned the Kazam came with a case in the box, so I thought I might as well show you this in a little bit more detail. But you can see primarily it's a replacement back cover for the device with a cover for the front. The soft soft inner lining here will protect the screen, and that attaches or fastened to the hard plastic shell. On the front it's got a smooth-ish texture, but there's a bit of a grippy feel to it, and you've got the Kazam logo there, and hopefully you can just see a little bit of the texture. Got a cutout for the earpiece. So first things first, we take the Kazam, we pull off the back cover, so that comes off completely. Then we take the case and we clip that on like so. So it replaces the back cover. And there we have it. I mean, from the back perspective they look identical, but then what you've got is the cover on the side here, which closes up over the device, protects the screen. You can open it up like so. Now, when opening the case, it doesn't activate the screen or anything. You do have to do that manually, but you can use the phone in the case like so, and you can flip that right back if you want. It's fairly comfortable to hold, so it's going to depend on your preference, but that's the case that comes included in the box for you. So that's our unboxing of the Kazam Trooper X5.5. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel and blog for a full review shortly after. If you want to get your hands on one of these devices, please visit clove.co.uk. But until next time, thanks for watching.